Dude, I can't figure it out.
What's wrong?
I can't fucking figure it out.
Let me try to figure out what's wrong.
My cutters have been like 15 vert with like almost positive horizontal. But last year I was like 7 vert with like 5 horizontal on it.
So you're not cutting as much?
No.
Okay. Well, I mean, all right. I mean, are you looking it out of the hand? Can we see like how pronated you or supinated you are? Well, you're not that. Where's most of your pressure at that point?
It should be on my middle finger.
It looks like your middle fingers, but it looks like you're too much on right here. Like it just looks like you're too much over the top, so you're not going to create the cut as well. Let me see. Spin. Go a little more. Go like right where it comes off the finger. I want to see that middle finger. I'd say the middle finger's
coming off the fucking pointer finger.
Right. Which you're so far apart. What happens when you come closer together?
I'm about to do that right now. What was that? All right, that's better. All right, we're getting there, Yeah.
What'd you get?
Oh my God, thank the Lord.
What are you excited about?
That was fucking perfect.
On what? Spin?
Yeah, on fucking everything.
He looks good. He looks good.
He doesn't care. He's not listening to any of us. He knows he's good.
Thanks, brother. You're the man. Appreciate you, dog.
Yes, sir. Take it easy. He was sitting pretty much high twos,
Yeah.
that's good.
Dude, for January 26th, that's really good.
Yeah, that was really good.
You look good, bro. You look like you're moving well. Your body feels good.
Sweating my ass off.
He's big as fuck, dude. This is the biggest I've ever seen him.
What are you, 275?
Yeah, I feel like he's easy 275 right now. The only challenge is that I see, but it's still getting better because I think from the last time, remember at front foot strike, pretty much if I just take it to front foot strike, on the last video, like right here where you're stabilizing, you can see you're already tucking down.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit worse. And
Was that earlier in the pen?
this is at the end.
Oh, at the end.
This was even after I made some criticism, and I feel like you adjusted your lift leg a little bit after this point. You weren't, maybe you didn't. I felt like you did. But look at, I mean, that's still the problem though. You're hitting front foot and you're stabilizing and your trunk is forward and your club is stuck. So that's why, I mean, it's great. You're doing that and you're 92. So when you're closed off, that's when you're gonna be 95, 96.
Mm-hmm.
So this is something you just gotta have your eyes on a lot.
Work.
I know.
I saw it as mount work.
You're just gonna have to have your eyes on this a lot because this is gonna determine your velocity and how consistent your velocity is. Because I mean, your spin is everywhere today your spin is exactly where you want it to be, right?
Right.
So now it's just getting that tick up in your velocity, right?
And that comes with a guy in the box. That's when everything.
Yeah,
syncs up.
but do you get a guy in the box and you rush it even more? You know?
I don't think so.
Well, what do you think helps you sit? Because at the end of the day, it's just sitting here and then getting this through better to where you don't have to pull so much. Because it's like right here, there's not enough force coming out of your backside, and that's why you're throwing your elbow up and across hard. You're literally going up and across. So, like if this is punching down and through, if this femur's going down and through, then this isn't gonna feel like it has to go so high up and across. So, and then a lot of the times, you know, like if your knees were coming hard across, like this knee was coming hard this way, like can you push back a little more?
Yeah.
Like,
now was that a fastball or a splitter?
that's a splitter. Yeah.
Now,
But let's
do
go.
you have a fastball
I
on?
might. Let's see. I got 2. Which, okay, let's apply it to your splitter. That means that those were probably, when you were open like that, those are the ones that were probably too hard and down.
Yeah.
But also too, if I'm opened early and down, my splitter I could get on the side of my splitter and
Yeah,
cut.
but I never did.
Okay. Let's see what this one is. No, they're both splitters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I wish I'd have gotten one, but I saw very much similarities. I mean, you know.
I mean, it's
like,
not that
you're-
much of a difference.
Right,
but-
exactly. And we're not looking at how hard you're throwing it, it's just looking at where your trunk was. But it's like look at this one with Steven. Like, look where his shin angle is.
Yeah, I know.
But see how, I'm just talking about where the knee is. See how the knee's back? Your knees just want to keep coming in. So when you get to that same position, right here, your knee's way more toward the camera, see? So you're still wanting to sit in your knee. And when you do that, everything wants to go.
Yeah. And then my front foot flies.
Yeah. So it's just,
So,
can you keep sitting, pushing back? Like if I was you, I'd be aware of your knee. Because I know you get so locked in and you're trying to work on your pitches, but you were coming in positions where you were starting to do this. It's as opposed to like getting back here, you know?
for sure.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. So what's the difference between that?
Right. Well, you find the difference. Does it look better? What do you think? I think it looks a little better.
I just feel like I'm stacked more over my heel / middle of my foot rather than knee bent over and quad loaded.
Yeah. Trying to get when you stabilize, I think it's like right there. Yeah, I think your glove is still up, so I think you're more delayed in your trunk here.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm saying.
Where you were sitting 94, 95.
I was sitting
Yeah,
95.
and I guarantee you that's what was happening.
Yeah.
It's just literally trunk delay.
Yeah.
And you could delay it so much more than that too.
Yeah.
It's just the more you delay, the more your hip has to, it's the harder it is to put your hip through because you're back here, you need help to carry everything through. So it just puts more load on your hip to drive.
Well, that's always been my problem.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, I think, but that's the hard thing, like the anxiety of like wanting to get your stuff done. Like you want to like quickly get into your front leg.
That is true.
Yeah, but it's like, that's what Orz was saying. He says he's there. I mean, to me, that's like, you always start there. You start like,
Right.
everything wants to tighten up.
It's your
you know?
comfortability on the mound. I mean, for 2.5 months, you're pitching on flat ground. So the difference between a slope and flat ground is tremendous in terms of your movement.
Because you're right. If the flat ground makes it easier to stay back.
Easily.
Because it's just pushing you faster.
Yeah.
So you have to harness it harder.
Right. Well, your momentum's, probably 3 to 5 times greater going down a slope rather than
But just
flat ground.
You just like, what things come to mind when the season starts to get you there so you can get consistent at your height?
Repetitions.
But I mean, are you doing anything like
So med ball
any
work on the
cues?
mound?
Is that helping you?
Absolutely.
Is
Med
you're
ball
doing
work on
any
the
dry
mound,
work?
Your like sleds off the mound. Sleds and med balls off the mound are the best way to do it.
Okay.
And then in between that, doing like a little short box off the mound just to, feel what you're doing through the work with the sled and the med ball. That's pretty much it. It's just repetitions at this point.
Well, I'm excited, man. I think that was fun to watch. You commanded your stuff really well. You made a great adjustment on your pitch is not working, you knew where to go. What do you do in season when your ball's not working and you kind of get to that place where you're like, damn it, I'm not getting my movements. What do you do?
I mean, same thing I did today. Use Edger, use the analytics to figure out, okay. I mean, the best way to look at it is from, the number standpoint.
Well, you're right, but I think it's smart in pitch development is tracking it back. Go to the end, and if you don't see it there, just work it down.
Yeah.
Just see where everything was.
I mean, all of it's minuscule, especially in season. If you have something one week and you don't have it the next week, it's not a big change. It's something minuscule that you're doing, whether you're flying open, your grip change a little bit on the ball. I mean, it's all small stuff.
Since I have you here, talk about like what has helped you. Like, okay, what's the difference between right now and last year? What's different?
Strength, body weight, upper body strength.
Is it significantly different or a little bit different?
Significantly different. Upper body.
That's awesome.
I mean, lower body's about the same as last year.
Did you feel it in your upper body?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't get sore anymore. I can handle the load I'm putting on it. I mean, I threw 40 pitches today.
What about
if I had done that last year, I'd be done.
Okay, well that's awesome. So what about your kind of awareness of your stuff, or do you feel like you're even getting sharper at understanding your stuff?
Well, it's easier for me to get to my stuff now, because think about it, 2 years ago I was hurt, so I was kind of coming back off that, like, okay, I'm experimenting with these pitches.
Yeah, so now
especially the splitter, like it was an experiment last year. I needed something to lefties that could replace my curveball because that wasn't in my pitch anymore. And coming in, it was just like, okay, I'm experimenting with this pitch, hopefully it works out. And then this year it's like, no, this can be my dominant pitch to every hitter I throw to.
So what would you say you've done really well this offseason to get to here?
So many things.
Well, go through the list.
I mean, you got weight.
If you have a really good year, this is something we want to go back to and look at.
I mean, it's weight room goals. We wanted to come in and crush upper body. That was, my biggest deficit that I've had is like upper body strength. So I went from, 205 bench press to now 275. That's a extreme upgrade. And just like,
And you're holding the strength.
Yeah, holding the strength, and then, like pull-ups, stuff like that, getting the lats bigger in order to...
Your squats getting deep.
Deep squatting, power cleaning for reps, higher loads with higher reps has been a big thing. Like the side and power lunges have been big, just getting into my hips so that they open up, because static stretching wasn't really doing anything for me. So the best thing for that was just loading it through a high range of mobility. So a lot of that opened my hips up, which allows me to sit better into my hips, whether I'm doing it or not. If I'm, sometimes I get into the... Yeah, I get in 100%. I still get in the process of wanting to load this. That's just always what I've done. So just having those cues of sitting back into the middle and the back of my heel is going to help.
What could we have done better
this off season?
Yeah.
Maybe integrated more of the jumping and agility part of where I am, but I mean, you can't get everything into 3 months off season. That's pretty much what we have.
Sometimes you trade.
Yeah, I mean, you
might have to trade some of the upper body work.
Yeah, absolutely, which I'm fine with, because I'm normally a very quick guy. Yeah. So adding the the mobility and then the strength on top of that really allows me to work easier but throw with the same velocity.
Right. So I'm curious, what gets you to the big leagues this year?
Consistency. That's it. I mean, there's nothing that's different between me and a guy that's in the big leagues besides consistency. Every time I go out there, I have the same stuff every time with the same velo, and I go out there and dominate my positions. That's it.
I believe it's your year.
It's always my year.
All right.